Joel Meyerowitz is a street landscape photographer who has done much of his work in New York. Born in 1938, he began his photography career in 1962 and is one of the first professional photographers to exclusively produce color images. This was a time when color photography wasn't considered serious art, and Meyerowitz was crucial in changing this perception. His works are in the International Center of Photography, the MoMA, and the Museum of Contemporary Art, among others. He has also been a Guggenheim Fellow twice. Taken in New York City in 1975, this photo was one of Meyerowitz's earliest and most well-known photos. Called Camel Coats, it shows Meyerowitz's early experimentation with color photography and showcases what can be done by using color. Figures appear and disappear into the mist, and it's the different colors that gives the photo its chaotic quality. While this is aesthetically evaluative, it's also theoretical, showing traditional black and white photographers what can be done through the use of color. This chromogenic print, taken in 1978, is part of Meyerowitz's Empire State Building series, in which he was seeking to portray the building as his own Mount Fuji. Through the use of lighting, he achieves this very well. The building appears to be rising out of the sunburst on the building below. This is balanced by a bright scene of a young girl standing in front of a store with bananas in the window. The frontal light makes the colors in the scene pop. This is a photo where Meyerowitz's metaphor is perfectly illustrated, that the people of New York live in the shadow of their own unique mountain range. This is an even earlier photo, when Meyerowitz is still using black and white photography. He combines the visual and textual mediums to create an ironic yet interesting photograph. The white background, which helps the bold black letters pop, is echoed by the blur on either side of the photograph, which has the same effect on the kissing couple. This photo is ethically evaluative as it illustrates the hustle and bustle of everyday New York life, but juxtaposes that with two people taking a step back and slowing down. This photograph comes from a series that was iconic in legitimizing the use of color photography. It shows Meyerowitz's appreciation and mastery of color and light. The last daylight is fading from the sky in pink hues, while the jumble of pastel neon lights lights up the foreground. Together, these two things create an explosion of color in the photograph that makes it so aesthetically pleasing. With photos like these, it's hard to disagree with Meyerowitz that color photography can't be a serious artistic medium. This photo, taken in Provincetown, Massachusetts in 1977, is from the same series as the last. Both are color pigment prints and show Meyerowitz's time on Cape Cod, where he spent his summers. The repetition of the houses serves as a fantastic divider for the top two-thirds of the picture. This is another photo, which shows how color can help create a breathtaking, aesthetically evaluative photograph. In the aftermath of the September 11th attacks, Meyerowitz was the only photographer allowed into Ground Zero. He spent the next 9 months there documenting what he saw. The title of this photo, 5 More Found, refers to firefighters found in the rubble. The many small figures shows the enormity of the devastation, which fades into the dark night. This image is part of Meyerowitz's Aftermath book, which showed the world the beginning of the rebuilding effort, something that may not have been documented otherwise. Another photo of the Aftermath series, this serves to show the sheer enormity of the project. The people standing in the foreground are dwarfed by the rubble and buildings standing in the background. This last photo, Cypress, taken in the early morning Tuscany sunlight, shows Meyerowitz's mastery of light. Using the intense backlight, he is able to create the most almost ghostly, aesthetically evaluative image. This photo was taken in 2002, 50 years after Joel Meyerowitz started his photography career. Through those years, he was able to change photography through his experimentation with the medium and the subjects he was able to capture.